Whittward Carver, The Peel of the Pursuit, a Dapper Dilemma. Whittward Carver here, your guide through the labyrinth of life's lunacies. Today, we find ourselves in the bustling, bewildering streets of London, where the coffee is strong, the accents are stronger, and the peculiar is par for the course. Inspector Whitt, a man with a face like a well-loved map and a tongue sharper than a freshly creased trouser, is having a day that's as dreary as a wet weekend in Walthamstow. He's just been handed a case that's as baffling as it is banal. A banana dressed to the nines is causing chaos in the capital. "A bloody banana, sir?" P.C. Bailey, Whitt's eager beaver sidekick, asks, his eyes wide as saucers. "What's it been up to?" Whitt flips through his notebook, past sketches of teacups and exasperated scribbles. According to reports, it's been flirting with the King's Guards, pilfering hats from tourists, and performing interpretive dance at the Trafalgar Square fountain. Bailey blinks. "That's a dodgy, sir," Whitt sighs, rubbing his temples. "Indeed, Bailey. It's bollocks, but it's our bollocks to deal with." Their first port of call is Covent Garden, where the dapper banana was last seen causing a ruckus. Whitt and Bailey navigate the crowd, past a mime arguing with a pigeon and a living statue who's just sneezed off his silver sheen. They find a witness, a woman with a hat like a satellite dish and a voice like a foghorn. "It was right here it was," she booms. "Bold as brass, that banana. Tipped its hat at me, it did. Saucy little sod." Whitt nods, jotting down notes. "Which way did it waddle off to?" She points towards the market. "Went that way, it did. Said something about finding a tailor. Wants a new suit, it does." Whitt raises an eyebrow. "A banana, with a suit." He turns to Bailey. "Come on, Bailey. Let's find this fashion-conscious fruit." They dive into the market, past stalls hawking everything from vintage teapots to band t-shirts older than Bailey. Whitt spots a familiar face. Mrs. Higginbotham, a woman known for her sticky fingers and her penchant for pilfering puddings. "Mrs. H," Whitt says, tipping his hat. "Seen a banana, have you?" "Dapper one. Speaks like it's swallowed a thesaurus." Mrs. Higginbotham chortles, her eyes sparkling with mirth. "Oh, Inspector. Always chasing the eccentric, aren't you?" "Yes, I saw it. Went that way, it did. Said something about a grand reveal at the London Eye." Whitt groans. "Of course it did." They hurry towards the London Eye, the city skyline sprawling out before them like a postcard. As they approach, they see the banana, standing at the base of the giant Ferris wheel, a megaphone in one peel hand. "Ladies and gentlemen," the banana announces, its voice echoing across the river well. "Welcome to the grand reveal. Today I, Sir Bananas Worth III, shall ascend to the heavens and peel myself." The crowd gasps. Whitt facepalms. Bailey looks like he's about to faint. Whitt turns to Bailey. "Bailey, we need to stop that banana. It's causing a public spectacle and it's just not right." Bailey nods, his face pale. "But how, sir?" Whitt thinks, then grins. "We need a diversion, something enticing." He snaps his fingers. "I've got it." "Bailey, dash to the nearest patisserie. We need a tray of eclairs." Bailey blinks. "Eclairs, sir?" Whitt nods. "Trust me, Bailey. No banana can resist a good eclair." Bailey scampers off, returning with a tray of pastries. Whitt takes them, approaching the banana cautiously. "Sir Bananas Worth," Whitt calls out. "Before you unpeel yourself, perhaps you'd like a little refreshment." The banana turns, its monocle glinting in the sunlight. It spots the eclairs and pauses. "Well," it says, its voice snooty, "I suppose a spot of tea wouldn't be amiss." Whitt grins, holding out the tray. The banana hops down, landing with a squish on the pavement. It reaches for an eclair, its peel hand brushing against Whitt's. Suddenly, the banana freezes. Its monocle pops out. Its top hat tumbles off. It starts to ripen, turning from yellow to brown to black in a matter of seconds. Whitt steps back, his eyes wide. "What the—" The banana crumples, its peel splitting open. Out pops a tiny, bewildered man, blinking in the sunlight. "Professor Quark?" Whitt exclaims, recognition dawning on his face. The man looks up, confusion in his eyes. Inspector Whitt? What? What happened? Whitt shakes his head, chuckling. I think, Professor, you've been unpeeled. Quite literally. Just then, a sharp-suited figure pushes through the crowd. Quantum Regulatory Agency, he barks, flashing a badge. We'll take it from here, Inspector. Whitt raises an eyebrow. About bloody time. You lot showed up. The agent nods, taking custody of the tiny professor. Our apologies, Inspector. We hadn't anticipated this. He gestures to the banana peel. Whitt smirks. Well, when you're dealing with quantum blenders and bananas with monocles, I suppose anything is possible. As the QRA agent leaves with Professor Quark, Whitt turns to Bailey. Come on, Bailey, let's get a pint. We've earned it. And so, the case of the Dapper banana draws to a close. The streets of London are safe once more from fruity fugitives, and Inspector Whitt and PC Bailey retreat to the nearest pub to wash down the day's absurdities with a well-deserved drink. Remember, folks, life's a bit like that banana. You never know what's underneath until you peel away the layers. And sometimes, it's a lot more bizarre than you could ever imagine. Until next time, bidding you adieu from the heart of the hilarious, the home of the harebrained, the city of the sensationally silly, London. Ta-ta.